So I want to make a video about car buying, and I'm going to use a classic example of bait and switch, something I don't want any Uber or Lyft driver to walk into, okay? Sometimes, and nobody judges you for good or bad credit. That is what it is, right? Because of the circumstances. I don't judge you. So if you're going out and let's say you need to rent because you can't buy, that's fine. Obviously the rental is going to be a little bit higher. But when it comes to buying, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be very, very careful, especially when it comes to car dealerships. And I'm going to single out one car dealer, which is called First Choice Auto Center, okay? And they are down in Garden Grove in California, in the Orange County area off the 22 highway on Harbor Boulevard. And stay far, far, far away from this company and let this First Choice be your last choice. Do not go there, and I'm going to tell you why. So I shop around for cars, I look for deals. Sometimes when you see something that's too good to be true, you know what, you just got to walk away from it, because prices will often lure you in, but it's not on the face what it's made out to be. So this classic bait and switch, and this company, and I wouldn't make this video if I didn't back it up with a lot of research, right? Because what could the repercussions be? First Auto Choice would get their legal department on me right away, maybe file a suit or threaten me. I'm not worried about that if I have done my homework and I can back it up with facts, especially when I even have facts from other people, right? And I have won a bait and switch lawsuit before against a company, and I'm not shy to take these guys heads on in the name of protecting my brothers and sisters in the rideshare industry. So I don't want any Uber or Lyft or Go Jane driver to walk in there and buy a car from these people, and here is why. Now, the deal that these guys were advertising, you can see it here, was a Suburban at a price of $21,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this car right now, and we have the Wall Street Journal, one of my favorite newspapers, of February the 22nd, that's today. There it is, this paper. This car right now, there's no sold sign. You can still buy it. It's live in their inventory. They are using that super, super deal, and that is a deal, but it's not true. It doesn't exist. They're using that to bait you in and then to switch you over to something else, okay? So, on this particular car, I am talking to the salesman, Ben. Hey, I'm going to bring in 10,000 cash down, and the difference, 11,000, I'll finance over 1 year, because I don't want these exorbitant, long financing charges and have that price go higher, right? So I'm a qualified buyer, 10K down, finance 11. Fantastic. Ben is all excited. Come in and let's set up the appointment. This was for yesterday, 12 o'clock. And they do the same thing to other people, and I'm going to back it up with proof, right? So I call him up. My day is busy, so from 12 o'clock onwards, I cancel some appointments. I just can't be in other meetings, okay? So I forfeit other meetings to go there, because they have to see me in person with the ID, with the cash, go and get the cash in the morning. And I'm on the way there at 11 o'clock in the morning, 1 hour before the meeting. This is the message that I get, okay? And let me just make it large for you. It says, this is from Ben. I was told the Suburban is sold. It was 1 hour before the meeting. I will talk to our buyer to get another one. Check out our inventory to see if you want anything else. Okay. Now, he immediately starts sending offers of cars that are far, far higher priced, right? Far higher. $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 higher priced. And, you know, those are no deals, the ones that he's sending you. So he's trying to bring you in with a Suburban, right, which is still live today on the website, that's not sold. And they'll try and convert you to something else. Now what's interesting is, if you look, and this is so important when you are buying a car, let's say you don't know much about cars, okay, and you want to go out, please, ladies and gentlemen, go to Google reviews, go to Yelp reviews, see the common theme here. These guys have a 3.6 out of 5 star. That's bad, right? You want at least a 4 or a 4.5. This is really, really poor, right? So when I look at Adriana Trujillo's comment that she writes, she gives him a low rating. Never will I have faith in these people. Had me going back and forth saying the deal was set. Finally, I get a call saying to pick up the vehicle I was going to purchase, in which I was on my way already, halfway there. Ben, the salesman, calls me and says, sorry, the truck has already been sold. Doesn't this look like a very, very familiar pattern? On the way there, they turn around, they text you and say, hey, the car was sold, right? There's a pattern here, ladies and gentlemen. It's called bait and switch. So I am requesting that you come forward with your story, your experience with this company, share it with me in email so we can package it up and take action. I will take action. So the point I'm trying to make here is that you really want to educate yourself before you go in and purchase. Let's say you got brought in from Craigslist or Car Gurus, whatever website. These dealers upload all their all their cars and inventory into these sites, and then you are browsing, you see something, and you know what? This one here, again, I'm going back to the Suburban. Seems a little bit good to be true, but maybe, hey, maybe sometimes you get lucky, so you follow up, right? But it's super crucial that you do all your homework before you go down there. Spend all the time driving all the way down. With me, it was, I just wanted to take immediate action. I went by the bank, I got the $10,000 down payment. I structured the deal with them the day before. That was a verbal agreement. I said I'm buying the car. They agreed. So right there, that is a verbal binding contract, right? I could sue them just over that, right? But the point that I'm trying to make is way, way bigger, that you do not want to walk into these bait and switch. So you go out there onto Google reviews, onto Yelp reviews, and you do all your research and see common threads, common complaints, like I showed you here. Advertise a car, tell you last second it's been sold. They've done it with other people. I back up my arguments with a lot of information, because you know what, there can be legal repercussions. In this case, I'm not afraid at all. In fact, they're more than welcome to try and sue me. I would hit them with a counter suit that'll make their ears spin, right? But the way to really get a car is if you do know a friend or so that buys cars at the dealer auctions, you'll get the very, very best prices there. That's how I get my cars usually. Otherwise, you know, you can also research cars in other states. Like I'm in California, I'll still check out good deals in Houston or Florida, maybe if need be, fly over there, buy the car at the right price, drive it back again. You really want to shop around, because you can save yourself thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars when you buy a car, right? And when you're negotiating with a person, and if you get like a certificate like from True Car, which shows what the vehicle should be, you know, and you say, hey, I'm willing to offer you $15,000, and they agree to that, right? Get it in writing before you waste your time driving down there and spending all this time with these people, right? So based on the fact, let's say you are pre-qualified or qualified, if they qualify you for that vehicle, negotiate, listen, if I am qualified, then this is the amount I'm willing to spend. Now, for example, if I read some of the messages on this first choice AutoNation company here, the price changed when the buyer was down there, right, by $2,000 or $3,000. So this here, huge red flag, this company in Garden Grove, California. I'm using them as a prime example. Public auctions are great, dealer auctions are great. If you are going to a dealership, go to a big reputable dealership like Keys of Venice or Galpin in Los Angeles, where, you know, they're not going to mess around with their reputation. They're just too big, right? But when you go to the smaller little ones, you could really run into some highly dodgy issues. Again, I've exposed the story. I will send the company a copy of the story so that they look at it, and we've been putting them on notice, and we are going out at the same time. I've run this by 3 attorneys, looking for other people that have been affected by this company in the same or similar method that I have been affected, right? That day probably cost me $600-700, right? And they tried to sell me something else at a different price. So not happening. Be warned, be careful, be cautious. If you have questions about a particular car, hey, by all means, run it by me. I can always give you my little bit of input, right? Obviously, it's not legally binding, but I will definitely try and look out for you. Is it a good deal? Is it sound? You also want to make sure that the car is sound when you drive it off the lot, and that you clearly know in what period you can return that car that doesn't live up to the expectations as it was advertised, right? So the video is about bait and switch. Hopefully it helped you a little bit when you're shopping around for cars. And again, please stay far clear from this company in Orange County. Thank you.